Hey you guys, welcome to our weekly team training. It is always really great to get together with you guys every single week, and the goal and intention of these trainings is to just truly empower you to be the best you that you can be, and to therefore go out there and have the best ViSalus business that you can have and help others create as well. So tonight we are in for a special treat, because we are actually having Cherryl come on the line tonight to train with you guys tonight, and she has a lot of exciting things going on. And for those of you guys that do not know Cherryl, she is leading our Canadian team. She is a national director. She is doing a fantastic job. Came on board with some great network marketing experience, had built a very strong team in her previous company, and was actually one of the top trainers in her company as well. So that's why we're really excited to have her here tonight. And ever since coming into ViSalus, she has blown it out of the water, earned her BMW in 32 days, has now helped a ton of people on her team earn their BMW. She is doing a tremendous job of leading her team, of developing leaders, and she has leveraged and duplicated and compounded herself beautifully. And she is actually just coming back literally a few hours ago from their regional up there in Ottawa, and it was just so exciting to see all of the pictures. I'm so happy you guys were all over Facebook with that. It just put a huge smile on my face. Just pictures with Nick and Jason and getting your Told You So tag, just really awesome stuff. So I wanted to have her actually start out tonight by sharing a bit of her experience this past weekend, and then go into the training that she has prepared for us tonight. So, Cherryl, I am about to unmute you, girl. Unmute. Hold on. I'm trying. Click to unmute. That's what I'm doing. Really? Hold on, guys. Okay, let me check a few things here. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it's not working. Hold on, guys. Sorry. It's not letting me do anything with it. That is so weird. Okay, Cherryl, I may need you to call me on my cell phone, and I can put you on speaker on my cell phone, because it is not letting me unmute you. Hold on. Cherryl Oaks connected to audio. Let's try this. I'm going to try to make you a presenter. Hold on. Oh no, because you don't have the slides. I can't do that. Never mind. Okay. That's not going to work. Sorry. Okay, where am I? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, shoot. Okay. Now where'd my control panel go? There we are. File. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, it still says you're muted. Cherryl, can you do that? Can you call in? Call on my phone? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I got your note. It's not letting me make her a presenter for some reason. Cherryl, can you call me? And then I can put you on speaker. I've done that before. It works. Call me, call me. There we go. Okay, you are on speaker.
Okay, hello.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Okay, let's do this check real quick. Dar, can you put your hand up, please, if you can hear Cherryl, okay?
Can everyone hear me? I just want to make sure everyone can hear what I'm saying. Is anybody not here?
Okay, Ginger, can you put your hand up if you can hear Cherryl? If you can hear me? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, your audio connection has been lost. Okay, great. Sorry, you guys. I don't know what is going on.
Should I call into the webinar number there that has on the bottom? No?
Okay. Are we on?
Oh, I hear you.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how I'm going to edit all that, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'll put to fast forward. Okay, so can you guys hear me now? Everyone out there can hear me? Someone put your hand up. Yes, no? Okay, thank you. All right, good. I am so sorry about that. We're just having major technical difficulties. Okay, so back to Cherryl. Everyone heard everyone's introduction, right? So we're just going to pick up where we left off. And Cherryl was just coming on, so she is now called into speaker. Let's make sure everyone can hear Cherryl okay. Cherryl, test, test.
Okay, test. Can anybody hear me?
Can you guys hear Cherryl okay? Hands up, hands up. Awesome. All right, we are rolling. Go ahead.
Okay, well, there. You only had technical difficulties because I'm here.
Oh, no.
You're right. Thanks for that great introduction, Alyse, first of all. This is just the most fun I've ever had doing anything. It's just incredible. And we're just getting started, which is even more fun. had in Ottawa this weekend, which was, obviously phenomenal. The company, definitely knows how to do things right. They definitely know how to put on an event. Friday night, we had a 3-hour intensive training for RDs, anyone who's regional director and above. And there were a few of us there from my team, which was great. We learned just so much. I mean, Ashley Sarnicola did a presentation, Nick did, Matt Britt, Jason O'Toole, who is my personal favorite. I just love him. And, just the knowledge that they impart and the strategies and the whys and wherefores and that real just meat and nuts and bolts stuff that you can use, and take home and use to actually build your business. I really love that. That was Friday night. Then Saturday, from 10 a.m. until, pretty close to 6 p.m., we had a full day of events, with more training, Facebook training, how to promote the challenge. My goodness, we heard from, all kinds of ambassadors because we all know that the stories in this business are really what sells. The stories are what people are interested in, and the stories are what gives it credibility. So when you hear all these people up there that were ambassadors, that were, in a place of bankruptcy, losing their homes, losing their cars, and within a few months or a year or whatever, that their whole lives have changed, from being destitute and maybe losing their home or foreclosing or bankruptcy, to being at a place where they're earning, six-figure income and they're, having the time of their lives. So, to hear those stories, it's very empowering because, they're just regular people, just like, everybody on this phone. And it really makes you really know that you can achieve the rank of ambassador with this company. It's not always that visible when you're with other companies, sort of that top rank. But certainly with this company, I have every reason to believe that everybody can make it to that rank, just by following the system that we have. So, we had a bit of a slight chaos today in the snow and, wind and ice and everything else, but we made it home late this afternoon. None the worse for wear, so I've prepared a bit of a presentation, just some things that I want to talk about tonight with, everybody here on the line. And basically it's just some really basic stuff that I get from people all the time that, questions. So, Alyse, if you want to put up the first slide, I just want to show that. I get this question a lot from promoters, and I've seen it on, the Team Transformation site, and this is really common. Why do I attract so many customers but not promoters? I have 30 customers, but I can't get a promoter. What's wrong? And, first of all, again, it's very common. You're not alone. And another thing that you need to know, of course, is the ratio of customers to promoters in this company is about 7 or 8 to 1. So for every one promoter, you're going to get 7 or 8 customers. So if you've got 20 customers or whatever, 15 customers, then you're not doing so badly. You're only down a couple of promoters. So you're not really, your numbers really aren't that skewed. Customers absolutely are the gravy and the strength of your business. You need customers. You need as many customers as you can on the challenge, and the more you have, the stronger your business is going to be. So don't kid yourself. If you're bringing in customers, that is a good thing. They are absolutely the glue that holds our businesses together and give them the strength and the residual income. The benefits to having customers, of course, is that we get our free auto ship based on their volume, which is also really nice because then we can lose weight or get fit for free, which is kind of cool. They also add to the total group volume of our business, and of course we get paid on that, so they actually help to bump up our paychecks too. So getting customers is not a bad thing. I don't ever want anyone to think that because we need customers and we need lots of customers. However, the person that is attracting all customers and never seems to be able to get a promoter. My own personal thoughts on this, and this isn't scientific or anything, but my own personal thoughts about this is that if a person is attracting customer after customer after customer, then they're leading with the product. They're talking about the product too much. They're basically selling shakes. They talk and talk and talk about the health benefits. They talk and talk and talk about the nutrition. They talk and talk and talk about, losing weight. And all of those things are centered around the product. And that definitely excites people. Of course, who doesn't want to lose weight or get healthy or, have more energy? Of course they want the product. But what happens is if you talk and talk and talk about the product, you're not giving that person, the visual, you're not enabling that person to see the business opportunity that's attached. Okay? Now, one of the reasons that people talk about the product so much and not so much the business, and they lead with the product, is because they've had success with the product. And maybe in their own eyes, they haven't had success with the business yet. So we're all going to talk about what we're comfortable with. So your belief level in the product is through the roof. I mean, come on, look at the pictures, listen to the stories, the testimonials. Of course it's through the roof. It has to be. So you're excited, wow, I've got this thing, you want to lose 20 pounds? I've got the answer. So we tend to do that. So our belief level is really, really, really high in the product. And of course that really tends to happen especially in the beginning when people are new, because that's, the first thing that we get excited about is the result. And then, like I said, your belief in the business portion of it probably isn't as high, okay, because maybe you haven't made any money yet, or maybe you haven't earned your BMW yet. So you can't really talk about that because you haven't experienced that. So now with customers, another important thing to know about customers is customers oftentimes will make your best promoters. So when you have a whole gaggle of customers under you, 20, 30 customers, really, really work that, to the point where you're having challenge parties for all of your customers to help them get 3 for free. Because people that are receiving free product will not quit. They don't need to quit. It's free. So if you've got customers, then absolutely you need to focus on getting them their 3 for free, having challenge parties for them, maybe giving them a customer if you've got an extra one just to help them get their 3 for free. And what happens is that customer, gets their 3 for free, maybe their 3 go out and get 3 for free. And the next thing you know, that customer really needs to be a promoter because they've got, 4, 5, 6, 10 customers under them, so they're leaving money on the table. So that's when you have a conversation with that customer and, and just say, listen, have you ever thought of becoming a promoter because, you've got all this customer volume under you and I'm getting paid on it instead of you. You've done the work, you've introduced the product to everyone and helped, them introduce it to their friends, and I'm getting paid for it monthly, and you're not. So have you thought about upgrading to becoming a promoter so you can get paid on your customers instead of me? And that's, who's going to say no to that? Not very many people once you approach it like that. My computer thing just died. There it is. Okay, it's back. So again, and like I said, so we lead with the product because we know we love the product, we've seen the product work, we love the taste, and all that kind of stuff. And our belief level in the business is not as high. So we tend to just sort of sweep that under the rug, and we don't talk about that much, okay? So then if you do decide to bring it up, you might bring up, and by the way, you can, make some money, but if you don't come from a place of belief and a place of confidence when you speak about the business, your prospect is going to know that right away. And what happens is maybe it's somebody you went to high school with or somebody you partied with all through college or somebody you work with every day and, go to lunch and go shopping. And all of a sudden, you're trying to talk to them about becoming an entrepreneur when you yourself are not fully comfortable with being an entrepreneur yourself. Okay? Immediately that person's going to be able to tell that you're uncomfortable. And you're going to lose your credibility with that person as far as talking to them about the business. That's what happens. That's just the facts, because they're going to read your body language, they're going to read your tone of voice, and they're going to say, wow, she doesn't sound very excited about the business, but she seems awful excited about the product. So you just don't have the same excitement level. What you need to do when you're talking to your prospects, whenever possible, is to have someone available, your upline, who is confident and available and able to talk about the business. Someone who's got their BMW already. Someone who's making some money. Someone who can tell their success story. Okay? Because, again, stories sell. So, that's why I'm such a lover of challenge parties, because you can have a challenge party and get 10 people there. If you're the only person there who's giving the presentation, or showing the videos and facilitating the meeting, you don't have that person there who's a business person, who can give that business testimonial and can give the validation for that. So it's very, very important. If you can't have someone there physically to give that business testimonial at your challenge party, you definitely should have them, maybe on a speakerphone or on Skype, something like that. Certainly my business is, quite spread out. I don't have I have a local business for sure, but, most of my business is spread out. So I do a lot on Skype. I do a lot on, speakerphone, because that's all we have. I can't fly out every day to someone's home to do a challenge party. So that's what we do. And we find it works really well. But then I can speak about my experience with that. The other thing that you need to do, of course, while you're presenting the product to people, while you're using your upline to tell their story, you also have to come up with your own story. You have to build your story. Now, your story may not be, I joined and next week all of a sudden I'm a rising star, then I have my Beamer, then I have this, now I'm, it's 3 weeks later and I'm making $4,000 a month. I mean, that may not be your story. It's nobody's story. It certainly wasn't my story. But you do have a story. And it's funny because I was on the airplane today with one of my promoters, and she kind of inspired me to do this. And I won't mention your name, my darling, and I hope you're on the phone, but she'll know who she is. And it's certainly not bad, and she knows this, and we did discuss this on the phone today, but she is a remarkable person. She's a wonderful network marketer. She's brand new to network marketing, but she's a very caring, very, very kind person. And she has customers galore. And she signs them up. They love her. They believe her. She has all kinds of credibility. And she signs them up all over the place. And what happens is she just can't seem to get those promoters. And again, she's not alone. I know I've seen tons of comments about that before. But she has a story, and her and I talked about that today. She said, well, I don't feel comfortable talking about the business because I don't have a story. I don't have a business story. I'm not successful. I don't have my BMW. So I talked to her a little bit, and we decided, and I pointed out actually to her, that she absolutely has a story. She has so many customers that she gets the Fit Kit for free every month. That kit is $299, so she needs almost $900 in customer volume to get that free kit. That's amazing. So that's her first part of her story. The other part of her story is she has so many customers. She does have a couple of promoters too, but she has so many customers, and with her couple of promoters that she has, she actually earns enough money every month to cover her car payment and even a couple of her smaller bills at home. So to me, that's a story. When you're talking to someone about the business and you say to them, wow, I've lost, 15 pounds, I have all kinds of energy, I've only been in for a couple of months and I'm already making enough to cover my car payment every month and, maybe my cable bill. And, that's pretty exciting to your prospect when you're telling them. They may not want a Beamer and all this other kind of stuff. They may not be able to see that if they don't even understand network marketing. But they certainly can understand that you're making enough to cover a car payment. And they probably would like that too. So work on your own story. Your story, you may think your story is not amazing or incredible, but certainly your own story is believable, and if it comes from the heart, then those people are definitely going to, relate to that. So she has a wonderful story, and I hope she continues to work on that story and to tell that story over and over and over until she's comfortable with it, until she really believes that it's a good story. Because you know what? It's a good story. How many people want to get rid of that car payment? I mean, it's amazing. Alyse, could I have the next video, please? Or whatever it's called, screen slide. The next one is, why can't I get someone to sign up as a promoter or customer? This is another one. I talk to everybody I know. I talk. I tell them about the Beamers. I tell them about the products. I tell them about, the comp plan. I tell them how much money you can make, $15,000 a month, and they run away. I can't get someone to join. Period. I can't get a promoter, and I can't even get a customer. What's wrong? Well, this person, as opposed to the last person who is leading with the product, this person is leading with the business. Okay? Now, the issue here is this person hasn't got any customers or promoters, and they're leading with the business. And like I said the last time, you can't lead with the business if you don't have the credibility to talk about it, if you don't have the story. So you'll lead with the business to someone, and they'll say, oh, yeah, well, how much are you making right now? And you say, and you've lost your credibility. So you cannot lead with the business. You cannot lead with the product. You have to just talk about the challenge, okay? So, again, if you're leading in, if you've told them about all this kind of stuff, the comp plan, like I said, and all this kind of stuff, people are always watching you, and they're thinking, they're very, very skeptical, of course. When you approach someone about network marketing, they're always thinking, what's the catch or what's going on? And if you're giving them, the catchphrases that you've heard on the videos and whatnot, without the meat or without the stories to back it up, then it's all going to sound like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo to them. You can regurgitate everything you hear on the websites and things like that. And probably what they're going to say when you give them your spiel is, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And it's very difficult for you once you say to somebody, give them the whole spiel about the business and the comp plan and everything else, and then they say, no, thanks. And you say, well, okay, well, do you want to be a customer then? And, no, because you probably turn them off. So they're probably going to run away. And people don't always understand network marketing, like I said. So they're not going to see the opportunity that you see. They don't know the people that you know and that you've talked to. They've got you in front of them, and you are trying, you are the person that needs to portray to them the story of Life Alice and the story of the challenge. So, people want to try the product. They want to get on the challenge. A lot of people have to do that first before they'll ever become a promoter. So by telling them all this information, you actually could be scaring people off, and you really could be hurting your business before it even gets started. So as anxious as you are to get your business going, just stick with the 5 steps. Stick with the getting started training. Promote the challenge. Do you want to change the screen there, Alyse? I'll get the word slide. Okay, so leading into that again, we are the challenge, and we share the challenge. We do not sell shakes. We do not market a business opportunity. We share the challenge, okay? And when we share the challenge, we talk to 3 different people. And everybody that's ever seen the video is going to know what I'm going to say. You talk to a number one, who's a person who wants to do the challenge and lose weight and get fit. You talk to a number two, that's the person who wants to do the challenge, lose weight, get fit, and share the challenge with others to get their 3 for free. And then the third type of person we talk to when we share the challenge are the promoters, the people who want to promote the challenge. When you're talking to someone, you do not know which number they're going to be until the end. So you have to give them a chance to decide if they're going to be a 1, a 2, or a 3. So you've got to share the whole challenge with them, not just a portion, not just the product, because there'll never be a 3. Not just the 3, because they might want to be a 1 or 2. So you've got to share the whole challenge. And I think, that will really, really help you. And then that will help that person, because if this business is going to appear to somebody, it will appear during, a challenge party once they've had all the information. Or it may appear if they don't sign on as a promoter right away, again, once they get marketing the challenge, and even as a customer, and sharing with their friends as a customer, then they're, it will appear again to them, and then they can promote at any time to become a promoter, from customer level. Okay, I think that's the last slide that we have, Alyse.
Oh, that was all I had.
Nope, there's one more.
Okay. I'm going to go right to your document then, because I did a little something to this one too. All right, let's go. Oh, here we go.
There it is. It's right there.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see those. Don't be a fool.
That one.
That's funny.
Okay, here's a big message, and I got this message at the training this weekend, and I just thought it was so hilarious because it is something that people do. Don't be a tool. You are not a tool. You are a promoter. You are a promoter who has to use the tool, not be a tool. Okay, so you don't need to learn all the information and all the websites and about all the comp plan and all the intricacies and all the ingredients and all the science benefits and on and on and on and on and on. What you need to do, because if you do that, you're being a tool. You don't want to do that. You want to use the tool. You want to have challenge parties. You want to have some people to your house. Make the shakes. Stick in the video and give a couple of health testimonials. That is using the tool, okay? Have a 3-way call. If you don't want to have a challenge party, have a 3-way call with your upline. Again, get your upline on the phone because your upline has credibility to talk about the business. Overview.mysalis.com, that's the challenge party video. Your website, take them to the Vyline. You can do a three-way call to the Vyline. It's a 5-minute recorded call. It's an excellent call. There's videos, magazines, brochures, attend events. Do whatever you have to do to direct your prospect to a tool. Okay? Don't be the tool. Because I'm going to tell you, in network marketing, and in this company too, the KISS principle, keep it simple, silly, that applies for sure, because I'm going to tell you why. If you stand in front of somebody and start spouting off, the science of every ingredient in the product and the science of all the minerals and the, and the cellular level effects on, of the product and all this kind of stuff that most people really don't even care about, if you start spouting this off, I guarantee you, your prospect is going to tell you, I don't have time to do this business. Because you have just showed them that they have to become a walking encyclopedia of information about the products and the ingredients and the science and all this stuff. So immediately they're going to say they don't have time. So do yourself a favor. If you've got a prospect that's interested in the business, take them to, the Byline call. Take them to your website. Take them to a challenge party. They can do that. That is duplicatable. Okay? So don't be a tool. I hope you've got that message. People come to my meeting as an ND. We do church. We have a church. We do a meeting once a month in this church, and people show up. We have microphones, and we have the big speakers, and display and everything like that. But you know what I do? I stand up. We mix shakes, of course, and I stand up on the microphone, and I welcome everybody to come, and I introduce Ashley Sarnagolas on the video. We watch the video. When the video's over, I stand up and ask for some testimonials. The people come up and talk, into the microphone, and they tell their health testimonials, weight loss, whatever it is. And then I introduce the business portion video, again, the business video. And then at the end, I close it up. At the ND level, probably I could give a whole big presentation and talk, but I won't, because I don't want anybody to think that they couldn't do this. For me, the biggest compliment for me would be someone to come to my home and say, wow, really, I'm not all that impressed. All she did was mix up a few shakes and press play on a DVD. And I mean, to me, that would be a huge compliment, because that made me show those people, it told me that I showed those people that was duplicatable. That they left my home feeling, wow, she didn't do anything, I could do that. Well, good, go do it. So, don't be a tool. So the next one is, to me, I think this is the most important. Out of all the tools, I think, this is your most important tool, your most important asset is your upline. Your upline has the experience, they have the confidence, they have the belief, they have the stories, they've handled the objections, they've worked their way through the plan, they've, a lot of them have had previous, networking experience in other companies, or whatever the story would be. Your upline, you don't use your upline because you couldn't do it yourself. You use your upline because your upline is one of the tools. And again, you want to show this duplicatable. If you're talking to someone and they have a question, if you've got your upline on the phone, what that shows your prospect is that if they need someone to help them, your upline's going to help them too. And that's very important for duplication and to show people how simple our system is. So that's all I have today. I'm sorry we went a little bit late. We had some technical difficulties. I hope I was able to impart some knowledge on you guys today. I didn't have a whole bunch of time to make up this stuff because I was late getting back from Ottawa. Does anybody have any questions, or would anybody like any further explanations?
Yeah, you guys, on your control panel, you can type in a question, and it'll pop up, and we'll be able to answer any questions that you guys have. Cheryl, that was awesome. Thank you so much. That was really great.
My pleasure.
Let's see. And I will do a roll call.
Yes, please.
Oh, I thought that was a question. No questions, you guys? Going once, going twice.
I put them all to sleep.
No, I'll do a roll call. So if you think of one while I'm doing this, then go ahead and put it through. We have Barb Stubbs, Dar Kemp, Dave Cochran, Debbie Richards, Ginger Urban, Jackie Rickman, Janet Davis, Jim and Linda Dennison, Jim Ryan, Karen Coleman, Karen Sears, Kristen O'Neill, Christy Bridge, Ladiva Gary, Loretta Vinson, Lori Dunn, Margaret Hearn, Marilyn Harris, Michelle Looney, Paulette Black, Ralph Wells, Renee Shepard, Rhonda Dean, Sheila Leto, Stefan Green, Stephen and Rebecca Stell, Tab Butler, Tammy Cowden, Terry Crocker, Terry Hart, Walter Bianchi, and Zoe Hansen. Awesome, you guys. Okay. Dar has a question for you, Cheryl. What if none of your customers want to have challenge parties or care about their product for free?
Yes. Who did you say that question was?
That's Darlene Kemp.
Okay, Darlene, because I have one other person who has the same problem, and she has lots of people who don't want their product for free, and they don't want to have a challenge party. And really, I mean, there's nothing you can do. If they don't want to have a challenge party, then they don't want to. My suggestion to her was to have a customer appreciation day. And to, put up a couple of prizes, if you've got an extra bag of shake or a buy pack or put together something, buy some little mugs and throw a few days' worth of buy pack in there or something to have for prizes and door prizes or whatever. Invite your customers over. Tell them you're having a customer appreciation day. Show the video. Make a couple of different kinds of shakes, have a couple of them, ask them if they'll come and share their testimonials, and just kind of bring them all together. And sometimes just having it validated that way, as opposed to, because that customer may not have been introduced at a challenge party. They may have been introduced at a one-on-one, and which is how, this particular person, I don't know how you're doing yours, but this particular person, most of her people are one-on-one, so they don't even know what a challenge party is. So to ask somebody to have a challenge party when they haven't been to one is, kind of difficult. Try to have a customer appreciation day and, at your home, obviously, and invite them over, have some prizes, make it fun, play some music, maybe put some balloons up or whatever, make a few. I wouldn't do the business presentation portion of it at all. I would just do the product portion of it, and just leave it at that, have a couple of handouts about the product, and just try to, obviously the 3 for free. You want to share that. But other than that, Alyse, do you have any suggestions on that?
No, I think that's great. I mean, that covers it. I love that customer appreciation idea. That's great. Dar says thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, you guys, no more questions. Going once, going twice. I will put this recording out there, so be sure if you did not hear some people on the roll call that you expected to be here, then definitely get that over to them. Tammy Cowden, you're welcome. And that's a wrap, you guys. Cheryl, thank you once again. You guys have a great night. Thank you. And we'll be talking to you guys soon. Good night.
Good night, everybody.